Also, I don't tell you when we're starting,
Okay.
and suddenly
Yeah.
we're recording like we are right now.
Why not?
Why not?
Right,
So,
right. That's what I figured. We'll put the
Makes
logo
everybody
with the
smile.
shot.
hey guys, I am sitting. You know what? You know what I just realized, and we are rolling. And I feel like a total jerkwad now. You guys, the three of you, especially you, but especially you, maybe you've all been involved in different Renaissance Fair musical acts. And I forgot to ask before we sat down and started rolling. What? Don't worry, I'll get it. You're going by here. What?
New Minstrel Review.
New Minstrel. Guys, I'm sitting here with New Minstrel Review. This is Craig, Vicki, and Jerry. Three musicians that I have known off and on. Off and on. Well, I don't know you
Off
as
and on.
well. For a while, I decided I didn't know Craig, and I've known Jerry, and I wrote
Since
a
the
song
beginning.
called Chicken Plucker. I think
Chicken
we
Plucker.
wrote
yeah.
that here.
We wrote that here, I think.
I think we did.
Chicken plucker.
Well, don't worry.
So it's a long story.
How long have you guys been doing music? Music and Joe.
I mean,
Ren
the three
Fair.
of us together.
No, you can individually. Anybody wants to jump in?
I started playing music at Ren Fairs in '92.
Okay.
I was playing solo,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like it, so I started looking for a partner, and I started finding partners. By '92, later that year, I had met Craig a few years before that in Minnesota. We hadn't really developed a friendship, but we had played some music together. And then when Ty and I got to Bristol, Craig became really close quickly, and he's immediately moved in and started playing with us.
Singing three-part harmonies.
So yeah,
Yeah.
We're talking Ty Billings, of course,
right.
And you guys were the Minstrels of Mayhem.
back
Ahem.
then.
Ahem.
Right.
And
yeah.
what do I get for that? Come on,
Right.
that's a good memory, right?
Yeah.
And would you just you were a musical comedy act?
Yeah, well,
I shared a stage with you numerous times.
We started as being just a comedy act, like a musical comedy act, and then we realized, well, we also wanted to do real serious music, so we started writing our own tunes. So we'd split our day between like regular music sets and then this big, variety show style, that would be up against the juggling shows and stuff. That's why we shared a stage.
Yeah.
because you wouldn't put a music act on your stage very often, but we could pull those kind of crowds.
Yeah.
and it was fun. Yeah.
And wasn't it weird? And do they still do it? Now you guys can tell me this because I know most Renaissance fairs have this thing where they go the stage acts and then they go the music acts. There's almost there used to be. I mean, maybe it's not happening anymore.
It kind of is.
Is it still happening?
It is that way.
And
very
why?
much.
Why does it matter
think
that I
it-
juggle and you use a lute? but it-
Because spectacle draws bigger crowds. And I mean, it's not to like negate what the music does, because I think the music makes a more emotional connection than any fire eating or juggling show
Hey
or
now,
whatever.
I'm sitting right here.
But
I'm sitting right
you get
here,
what I'm
Jerry.
saying. But yeah, I mean,
I do a pretty good
You
connection.
do.
Yeah, but no, I mean that emotional thing where you sing a sentimental song, people link into it. And
Yeah.
that's something to carry with them.
Absolutely.
But yeah, spectacle is spectacle.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
that's the answer to that. Really.
Vicki, how long have you been doing music in general?
In general, since I was 10. Yeah,
Since you were 10.
I got
Wow.
a violin when I was 10.
A violin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really wanted to play the oboe.
A kid wants to play the oboe.
I don't know why I wanted to play the
She's
oboe.
amazing.
And you're good. But what an unusual instrument to want to
And then they
play.
put all the names in the hat and band, like in
Oh,
fourth
really?
grade,
That's how you chose an
they
instrument?
Pulled me out, and I got picked for the oboe.
Oh, what were
But
the
then
odds of
my
that?
brother said the band teacher was really mean because he was 2 years older and he was in the band. And he was going to quit band and start playing the viola.
Your
'Cause
brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he said the orchestra teacher was really nice.
Okay.
So I didn't play the oboe.
Aw.
I played the violin instead. So I only play the violin because the teacher was nice.
Do you? So you never play the oboe?
When I went to
If
college,
I handed you an oboe,
when I went to college, I took oboe lessons.
okay.
Yeah.
And was it as fulfilling as you were hoping?
Well, you got to make those reeds, and yeah.
Well, that's
you
the
have
one
to
with a little-
Make them.
Yeah, there's a craft. You have to learn to
Yeah,
craft the
you
reeds
can't.
yourself.
I mean,
Yeah.
You can't just buy a reed like on a sax.
Well, you
Or
can
a
buy
clarinet.
a reed at the store, and they're like $8,
Right.
and they're really horrible.
Okay.
If you make your own, you
Uh-huh.
can make them really nice if you know a guy. So I met this guy in the Florida Orchestra, and he
Mm-hmm.
was selling reeds that he made, and they were $45 a piece in '94.
Wow.
So I bought one of his reeds, and I sounded amazing
Oh,
for a
wow.
little while. Then I was
I
like,
play the
"There's no
guitar.
way I can make those reeds. There's no way."
See, I play the guitar. It's my only instrument that I play. And I can't, any instrument that has a thing like a reed or a thing that's like a part that's going to fall apart as you play it just
Yeah.
blows my mind. And
Oh, I also play the saxophone. Like, so when I went to
Same
college,
thing, yeah.
I started playing saxophone right before college, and it was so easy compared to the violin. So I majored in saxophone.
Okay.
So it's so easy. Just put it in your mouth and blow. You don't have to tune all the strings. And the reed thing is still a thing on the saxophone, but you just buy them in a box.
Yeah.
You don't have to make them.
Yeah.
Soak them in water.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Craig, how long have you been doing music there,
Joe,
buddy?
did you? All my life. At 3 years old, my neighbor died and left me a piano.
Oh my God! Really?
know that.
Yeah.
3 years old.
Yeah, because we had become friends out in the.
That's specifically you, not your family. Just I want Craig to have.
Well, yeah, but I was a little guy. I was 3, and my sister was just barely born. But we'd built a house next to their house.
Oh, okay.
And they were an old German couple. In fact, Maida Bachhaus, I think, was on her 6th husband. But Carl was, I guess he was her. But Carl loved me, and Maida didn't play, so when he died, she wouldn't have been able to use the piano at all.
So they gave it to you.
Yeah, and that piano's still in our basement.
You still have some skills on it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. But I started doing Renaissance fairs in 1984 in Minnesota.
1 year before me.
Yeah, in Minnesota, and I started Bristol in '88, and I mostly did a street act.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do any stage at all. Well,
I don't worry about that.
yeah, I did a street act. I am happy to say, and Bobby agreed with me yesterday, but I'm the one that sang the song that made Bobby and Jackie fall in love.
Oh,
But that's what I used
the
to do.
owners of the fair.
That's what I used to do, is make.
You were and still are, well, one of the few people that walk around Ren fairs playing a period,
I don't anymore.
Act.
They don't let me do it anymore.
but you still were.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was.
Playing a real lute.
Yeah.
I know 2 lautists.
You know
Proper
another
word?
one?
I do.
Lutenist.
Right,
Lutenist.
right. A lutenist.
Loudest.
Right, loudest.
Did you miss what he says? You know another? Like, yeah. There's this guy that does Great Lakes. I totally forget his name. I'm sorry if people know who he is. He's a music teacher at some college up there in Ohio, and he comes out on weekends, and he
plays the
has
lute?
he has all kinds of old timey instruments.
cool.
The ones that just that sound like
Sack butts.
sack butts and
The one
stuff.
that sounds
But
like
but this band here, I mean, Jerry
This band here.
and I,
So you all came from separate locations.
Jerry and Brad started the New Minstrel Review, and I joined in with that, and we were a group for what, 2-3 years, 4 years maybe. How long was with Brad? How many?
Till it was like 7 or 8 years.
And then we had,
Then you came in 2015.
but we had
Yeah.
we had 2 or 3. Remember we had Leidenfrost that came in. For
That was during, after Vicki was here.
Oh, what?
We had,
Yeah, when
we
you
had
guys-
Thomas Nwando
yeah.
was with us for several years, and then we had Eric Tejeda 1 year,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
that was a transition from Thomas to Vicki
Yeah. And when
and
Vicki-
Brad.
yeah,
But
when-
Vicki literally took 2 people's place.
yeah.
Vicki
She's-
took Brad and Thomas's place.
right.
She
She's-
took the harmony parts and all the violin parts.
And
Now, you just
it's
met- sorry, go
wonderful.
ahead.
I was going to say it's wonderful to have her now too, because in the early days I used to do all the high notes.
Yeah.
I don't have those. High
No,
notes.
no one has those chops.
Well,
Has those
see, what
easy.
happened was they were doing this fair. It was Jerry and Craig and Brad,
Mm-hmm.
and I was playing with other people, and they would always do a show, and I loved their music so much, so I bought their albums
Uh-huh.
and learned all the songs.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, can I sit in? Can I sit in and do it too? So I just weaseled my
You
way
guys,
in.
I know, and that's so cool because you guys hit upon something that I can't relate to because I'm just spectacle.
Right. Yeah, I
But you're so-
just spectacle.
No, I know. What happened
You're
to you.
adding the qualifier.
All right, okay. I am. That's true. The fact that you know all these musicians who can learn your stuff and go and you get a chord change down, a harmony part down, and there's a thing that I'm jealous of as a comedy variety guy, that there's this just vibe that, hey, come sit in. You understand the bass. This is a little Irish song. You understand an Irish jig. Okay,
Yeah.
great. And you get another energy. You get another
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
And if a random guy came in and added to you like today, not me, but if some guy came and could play, you'd have a different vibe on stage. You go, oh, that was fun having
Right.
Bill there.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
Karen.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
And that, do you guys seek that out?
It's a little harder for us now because like 2/3 of our repertoire is original.
Okay.
So I mean, it used to be more of a thing. Oh, I mean, there are people who have played with our band, but it's really more like we need to get together ahead of time.
How unique is that in this industry, original music?
Pretty
Very
unique.
And
Yeah.
Not
it's
only
a hard road though, and I'll be honest, particularly this fair. We hadn't been at this fair our first year.
That's why I had to get them on.
And it feels like people being very broad here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of the subtlety of what we're able to offer feels a little bit lost. But again, we're just getting started.
Yeah, you're
So,
just getting started.
you know.
So the audience wants to hear what do you do with a drunken sailor, right?
Right.
Well,
Okay.
again, it's
And do you play it, or you say no? Here's our original tune.
No, we play what we play.
Good for
we're
you.
proud of the music we play.
Yeah,
and
you
we're
should
not.
be.
We don't. I've never been one to pander to an audience. I find that kind of distasteful when I see other people do it. So I do.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's hard in the music biz out here because everybody wants to hear Drunken Sailor and they want to hear
Right.
And they
Black
can,
Velvet
but it's
Band
not
and they
from
want
us.
there's a lot of people who do that,
And they
that's-
can, right.
You can always hire somebody to do that.
valid point. So you're the exception to the rule.
I've been to shows where there's 3 or 4, even 5 different groups all playing
doing
the same
stuff.
repertoire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really sad.
So what does that give you?
Guys, so I hope you heard that. When you come to Renaissance Fair, New Minstrel Review is there. You're not going to hear the classics that you want to hear. You're going to hear their stuff, and it's going to blow your mind. Now,
Right.
when you write
Right.
stuff, you all have folk backgrounds, and we all know
Right.
in this business that a lot of what passes for Renaissance music was a lot of it written in the 1700s and 1800s,
Right,
right?
It's folk music.
It's folk music. Do you try to, I'm making a word here, do you try to antique it a bit?
Yeah.
Make it seem older?
Here's the
Wanna
thing.
have some
for the
connection.
One of the hardest things to do is write a song that sounds timeless, like that it doesn't have a place in time.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
That's what I'm always trying to do.
That's amazing.
To write a song like it doesn't date itself at
Right,
all.
right.
The whole idea is to have something that could have been carved in stone 1,000 years ago, or could have been written yesterday.
That's amazing. That's really cool to think about that.
Well, and he hasn't said this, but it's true. He writes 90% of the. We've both got a couple of our.
He's the Dave Grohl to,
He's
to
the
your
guy.
Foo Fighters.
He's the man. Yeah. He's
Let's
the guy
use
that
a
writes
better
the-
analogy.
But Jerry writes great songs, and they always have good messages. And
The Jimmy Page to this Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, sure.
There you go. Now, what? Now, do you contribute any songs? I mean,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I've written some
We
songs.
here, is particularly, we generally get about 5 songs in per half hour or 25 minutes, and we usually put one feature of Craig in the middle of the show.
Okay.
So he'll pick up his lute, I'll take the bass, and then he'll.
And you're all you're all multi instrumentalists. You can
Yes,
all
we are.
swap and
We
move
are.
around.
Yeah.
We are.
That's
We are.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's gotta
I've
be.
written one song, but
We play it every day.
we play it every day. And also, like, if I wrote another one,
Uh-huh.
you know, they would absolutely let me
Absolutely
play it.
play it,
And I can also do stuff like call Jerry and go, hey, could you write a song about blah 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 blah? And then he'll do it
And
in
then
like
blah blah
24
blah blah
hours.
is in the set.
It's
He,
there.
24 hours later, he's like, okay, so your song's done. What?
I've written in my life like 4 little funny songs,
Yeah, right.
and I can't imagine writing a real song. I mean, they're real songs, but I can't
I
imagine
know what
it.
you mean. I've written some funny songs
For
too,
me,
but I
once
haven't
you
written
do-
like a
once you-
beautiful song like.
Once
yeah.
you've done it enough times and you kind of know how to do it,
Yeah.
the only real hurdle is what's worthy of that.
Okay.
It's what the hook is going to be good enough.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like what's the angle that's
Right.
original?
I think when you have an inspiration, like I've written also, did a little writing for screenplays. I had one that I had already in my head from start to finish, and I blapped it out, and blap
Yeah,
is a verb,
yeah.
in like a month.
Yeah.
And then I had another one that I never really not sure what I'm gonna do with it, and it's still 1/3 done, and it has been for 10 years.
That happens. Some of my best songs I've written in a half an hour.
Yeah, and some huge
And then
hits
some
that
of
we
my
all
best
know.
song, it's taken years to hone in on exactly the
Yeah.
right way to present
Like Leonard
it.
Cohen with Hallelujah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one of ours. There's a drinking song of ours. It's probably one of the funniest things we do. That took me over a year to write, and I had to bring it to other people and go, "What do you think of this part?" and help me kind of twist the
Right.
words so that it would.
What's the song?
It's called "The Reasons I Drink."
I think I've heard you. Have I heard you play that?
Parentheses, and the way I introduce it, parentheses, an incomplete list. Close parentheses. Close parentheses.
Guys, we have to wrap things up soon, but I am someone who deals with anxiety and depression, and I'm medicated, I'm therapeuted and everything, and right now I realize I chose the wrong angle for this shot, guys. Apologies. The sun is right in the lens. We're all backlit. Trust me, that's still Jerry, that's still Vicki, and that's still Craig. But really quick around the table, is there a moment in your day as a performer, artist, does not have to be here at the Ren Fair, but is there a moment in your art, especially live performing? Well, you know what, shut up. I'm going to tell myself to shut up there. anything in your art that brings you this moment of pure joy that you can go, wow, at least I have that to look forward to, and that brings me a lot of joy.
Well, when I was doing the love songs,
The
those
love songs?
gave me joy every time.
Because he would walk right up to a couple with a lute and says, hello, would you like to hear a song? And it was this, you got
Incredibly
really
intimate,
nicely into
yeah.
their space
Yeah.
in a great way. I always admired you from afar. I was like, wow, he just walked right up to people and says,
I
hello.
used to watch him all the time. It was like watching a hunter. He'd be like, you'd see him kind of scan.
The lute
the
was a
crowd,
weapon.
And he'd go, those are the people.
Those
and he'd
two.
He'd know right away and walk right up to them and they'd smile and he'd.
And that
right
brought
into
you
their
pure
space.
joy. What
That
about you,
brought me
Vicki?
joy.
A sick 3-part harmony.
Oh,
A sick
there you
3-part
go.
harmony. And you feel it in your
Oh,
chest?
it's so good because you can't do harmonies with everybody. You know, they know how to blend.
Yeah.
And that blend when it just sounds like one thing. Yeah, that's what I look forward to.
Jerry,
6
what about you,
3-part
buddy?
harmonies.
I think for me the best is when we have something new, and it's like no one's ever heard it before. We get to go on stage and go, you get to be the first people ever to hear this. And then you just see them, they go, oh, and then then we kill it.
That's true.
And then there again, like the next 4 or 5 times of like this is a brand new thing no one's ever heard before. It came from nothing, and now it exists.
You know, there's one,
And that jazzes me.
Yeah, yeah.
there's one more piece of information I wanted to share, just because we are rare because we do a different set every time.
You do
we-
4 a day?
we do 4
every
different
day
sets.
is a unique evening.
Wow.
We
Every
do
day is
20
unique.
total, you know.
We don't.
Yeah.
We get together before each set. We do about 5 songs per show, and we have a repertoire of over 30 songs. So we only get to play 20 songs a day. So every day is unique, and then every
You guys
show,
never
show
get
is
bored.
also unique.
No,
No,
Yeah,
not really.
fantastic.
I mean, there are spaces
friends.
where we know certain
And you
songs
like
work,
each other.
but
we like each other a
There's
lot.
no
We
band
love each
tension
other.
yet?
There's no
we love
band
each other.
tension.
I'll say this: I've played in a lot of bands over the years, and one of the hardest things ever is to get people together to want to rehearse,
Yeah,
get
that's
together
the thing.
and work on the material. A lot of musicians will when we try and figure out how to get out.
I
of
know
here.
that song.
I've never worked with anybody who was anxious to rehearse because we enjoy each other's company. So just getting together
To get to play.
is a joy.
Right, we were going to hang out anyway.
I'm gonna do this at the bottom of the screen. This tells me in the edit process I'm putting your bona fides from the internet up there. I'm putting your all your websites, your
Yep.
Facebook pages. I'll find those myself. But while I'm doing that, why don't one of you tell them where you're going to be, where we can see the rest of the 2026 Renaissance Fair season?
Plaza Stage right near the front gate.
the Florida Renaissance
At the
Fair.
Florida Renaissance Fair.
But all
in
Ren fairs.
Deerfield Beach. Oh, all Ren.
All of them. Yeah, get your whole
Oh,
season.
okay. Well, after this, we'll be off for a couple months. Then we'll be in Bristol for the entire run, and that's the end of our year.
Yeah, casual year.
Casual year.
And you're all based in Florida
getting
now.
older
So this is
now.
kind of home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
All
did when we did Hogtown before. So
Oh yeah, how was that?
Nice.
Well, yeah, it's funny. It's free.
It's free now.
It's
get in.
free to get
Yeah.
in, and we got really big crowds.
Yeah.
Huge crowd.
It's
big
amazing
hats
the crowds
and
you
a lot
get
of
when there's no
sales?
admission
Well,
price.
it's more than we used
everything-
to.
yeah, everything's
Wow.
great.
Yeah.
Well,
we did
guys,
free weekend.
whoever wants, you can do it through. Oh, sure.
Chin Shack Studios,
Chin
Shack
High
Studio.
Springs, Florida.
Shack
Come make your
Studios.
album.
Yeah, talk to Jerry. He'll, check those bona fides out. If you want to say it together, when we as a group, one of you, maybe Craig, you're the closest. Why don't you look down the lens right here and say goodbye?
Well, goodbye. Goodbye. Thanks for listening.
Vicki, lean way in so they can see your face. Bye, everybody. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.